The highlight or the marquee event for that night is obviously the 3-point contest. And, I did have Azzi as a potential to be one of the winners. I thought it would be her or Marina. I thought it would be those two as the final. But look, Bridget Carlson said, oh no, I am here. She came through with a 29-point first round and edging out Azzi in that first round. Azzi with 24, but those two went on to the final round. But I mean, come on, Azzi Fudd. I mean, she really came through. She was killing it. And it's really her form that's just so immaculate. And, in her post game, she was talking about shooting off a rack and how it's just, it's muscle memory for her at this point, But I mean, look at this, Terrika.
Yeah, Azzi was out there cooking, and I wasn't surprised that she would. I also thought it would be either Marina or her or Ryan. Those were my three. I was like, either one of these threes could do it. I didn't see Bridget Carlton going out there and giving us 29 in the first round. I said, dang, girl, that's crazy. But I love that this has become such a marquee event for the women. When you think about NBA All-Star, everybody gears up for the dunk contest, right? We have the 3-point shooting stars and all that other stuff, but everybody gears up for the dunk contest. When it comes to the WNBA All-Star, everybody's packing the building to see who's going to shoot and win the 3-point competition. And I love when winners talk their ish and are like, this is my one moment where I'm not going to be humble.
Yeah.
And Azzi definitely did that when she called out Steph Curry. And I love that, given the relationship between her and Steph and how he's kind of been there for her when she was in high school and going into college and all that. So I'm excited. I hope he takes the challenge.
Well, of course she called him out because me with my agenda pushing, I asked her the question. So let's hear what Azzi had to say when I asked her about potentially going up against Steph.
What would you think about taking on your good friend Steph Curry in a 3-point contest?
I mean, Steph, if you're listening, I've been asking for a rematch since high school, so maybe this is our time to figure out the time and place.
She's so polite in everything she says.
I know. Oh, right. It'd be nice for us to figure out a time and place. Azzi, you supposed to be like, yeah, and what? Come shoot with me. Come shoot with me.
Yeah, but you know what? I did see a post that I liked from a Dallas Wings beat writer, and he was like, because NECA did say during All-Star that a lot of the players were talking they would love for All-Star to be at in the Bay. And so wouldn't that be a great time for Steph and Azzi to kind of do the version 2 of Steph versus Sabrina, but now Steph versus Azzi? Or they were trying to do like a double match where it was like the Splash Brothers versus, Sabrina and Caitlyn, but that didn't work out. But maybe you go Sabrina and Azzi. But I think we definitely need to see an Azzi and Steph rematch for sure. And I just want people to know, because I saw like some people in the comments like, Steph will murder her, like kill her, and I'm just like, she lost by only 4 points to Steph when she was in high school and beat all the other boys in the camp. So Seth Curry afterwards posted on Threads and was just like a real shooter. Okay, so these are NBA players who shoot very, very well, and they're like, Azzi Fudd is the real deal, so don't sleep on her.
Absolutely. Great. I'm so glad that you mentioned that, because I was just getting ready to say the same thing. Like, they've already done this, which is why it was very specific to say a rematch. Yeah. And I remember covering Azzi when she was in Steph's camp, and literally he could not stop raving about her and her skill set at such a young age. She's only gotten better. She's only grown since then. So, I mean, last time I checked, the ball is the ball and the line is the line, and she's going to hit that every time. So let's just not try to downplay it. But I will say, I remember when there were times where the NBA involved the WNBA in their All-Star presence, and last year was one of those times. Why do I bring that up? Because last year's NBA All-Star was in the Bay Area. So we have a taste of what it would be like for the Chase Center to host such an event. And it would be, especially given the way that the fans have gravitated to the Valkyries, you just know that they would show up if there was an All-Star. And adding a competition like this would only make it more fun. I mean, it's already going to be a good time, but it would be even more fun if they did do that. So hopefully Golden State puts in a bid. Because I don't think people really understand the process of how these things happen. But the team has to put in a bid to host the All-Star. The WNBA doesn't just pick them out of random.
Right.
So maybe they do, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, at least like you pointed out, we know that they have the capacity to host an All-Star, which is one of the most important things. So we will see.